Stop wasting your money on these 5 useless supplements. You Google the best supplements, or a friend tells you about a supplement. So many to choose from, so many promises. I have personally spent tens of thousands of pounds over my lifetime on supplements, some which have worked, most pretty much useless. And in case it wasn't obvious from this title, I'm gonna go over 5 useless supplements that you want to avoid. Just a quick one. If this is your first time here, my name's Adam and I'm a certified and registered performance nutritionist and personal trainer. First up, AG1 or athletic greens. If you haven't seen this like floating around or advertised to you, you may be living under a rock, or you may just have dodged a very expensive bullet. Andrew Huberman talks specifically about AG1 and how he uses it daily.
As many of you know, I've been taking AG1 daily since 2012, so I'm delighted that they're sponsoring the podcast. AG1 is a vitamin mineral probiotic drink that's designed to meet all of your foundational nutrition needs.
So do many other podcasters. On the surface, it looks like a great all-in-one that seems to just give you everything you need in one day. It even comes in a very, very fancy tub. I haven't actually used athletic greens, so I can't comment on the taste and I can't tell you how it makes me feel. But what I can tell you is, I've looked at the ingredients, I've done my own research, and I can tell you that it essentially is an underdosed and overpriced all-in-one green formula. It's made for people that just can't get enough greens in their diet or just can't tolerate enough fruits and vegetables for whatever reason. If you're looking like for an all-in-one greens powder, there are plenty of cheaper options on the market, and you could just, take a well-formulated multivitamin instead. If you want a full and detailed breakdown of AG1, go over to my friend's channel, that's Adam McDonald. I'll link it in the description below. He did a full breakdown, which gives you an insight to all the different ingredients. So if I haven't put you off, watching his video will likely put you off and save you some money. Element, spelled LMNT, is another supplement that's pushed quite regularly on podcasts, just through Instagram, through every channel I can think of. There's a lot of people in the industry that use it.
Today's episode is also brought to us by Element. Element is an electrolyte drink that has everything you need and nothing you don't.
It's basically an electrolyte supplement, attractive flavors, and I've actually tried it myself and they taste great. But you'll see like Andrew Huberman push it, you'll see a lot of the big names like push this supplement. And to be honest, what it really is a designer electrolyte supplement. One of the key selling points behind Element is actually the fact that it's higher in sodium. It's particularly high in sodium. It contains 1 gram of sodium per serving. That's a lot more than other electrolyte supplements. So while sodium is important, yes, it's important for the absorption of water. The average American or the average British person gets more than enough, actually too much sodium through their diet. There are some valid health concerns when consuming too much sodium. You're better off just sipping water throughout your workout. That's going to be fine for most people. The only people that should consider an electrolyte supplement, maybe would benefit from one, would be athletes which train multiple times a day and which sweat a lot when they train because they want to replenish the minerals and hydrate a bit faster as well. But if that's not you, save your money and avoid Element. Next one is calcium. Not as sexy as the other two, but still this is a very commonly used supplement that I don't want you wasting your money on. First of all, calcium does increase your bone strength, but there's no real evidence to suggest that calcium supplementation will do that. And in fact, there is some research to suggest calcium supplementation may lead to some negative effects, such as calcification of the arteries, increasing the risk of heart issues. With a well-structured and balanced nutrition plan, you'll get in enough calcium through your diet, especially if you're eating foods like dark leafy green vegetables, you're eating dairy like cheeses, yogurts, and then if you're eating eggs, which are quite high in calcium, chicken is also quite high in calcium, and then fish, particularly sardines. Like 1 can of sardines contains like 40% of your recommended daily intake of calcium. Yes, I get it, sardines aren't for everyone, but you've got quite a few options there. Turmeric, especially before or after a workout. Turmeric has anti-inflammatory properties, but when you work out, you create an acute inflammatory response, which is responsible for the adaptations. So if you're doing resistance training, this will help you recover and also build muscle. So the 2 main reasons turmeric and any anti-inflammatory can do this is, number 1, by reducing the absorption of carbs into the muscle. This can impair recovery and reduce performance. It does this by reducing the amount of GLUT4 that's produced. Basically, a glucose transporter in the body, a transporter that transports carbs into your muscles. And number two, as I mentioned earlier, your body creates an acute inflammatory response to working out. This inflammatory response actually drives the adaptation. So like I said, resistance training, then the adaptation will be building bigger and stronger muscles. So what turmeric will do is it will reduce this by reducing the inflammatory response. So to be honest, I don't actually recommend taking turmeric. It's quite expensive, especially if you buy the stuff that actually has the active compound curcumin. If you do take it for like medical reasons, if you've got like chronic inflammation, I suggest taking it away from your workout. So at least 2 hours before and at least 2 hours after your workout, with like lunch or with like dinner, depending on what time you actually work out. The fifth and final supplement I wouldn't recommend taking is a fat burner, or fat burners in general. Like most fat burners I've ever seen on the market, all they are is extreme doses of caffeine. Like I'm talking extreme, that will leave you feeling jittery and probably lethargic. And then they throw in, well, these days anyway, they throw in a few more exotic ingredients that are meant to spike your metabolism. You're actually better off just consuming either coffee or like green tea, or a combination of the two if you prefer that. You're gonna get more health benefits, it's gonna be a lot healthier for you, and also it's gonna be a lot more enjoyable. So that's all I really wanted to cover. 5 supplements that are pretty much useless and a waste of your money. So don't go buy any of them. If you've got any questions, comment below. Deeper questions, feel free to send me a DM on Instagram. Have the best day ever, and we'll talk soon.